Alright, so I'm gonna talk about black magic and all the things that I did back in 2010. And I have posted my stuff about black magic on this website called lightonvedicastrology.com, and maybe you just type in the search bar black magic, the real picture. It's under this topic. And this is me, Soul Light. So I posted this on 4th Jan. Oh no, I posted this. Oh, there it is. On 1st Jan 2016. And right after I posted this, it was bizarre. I got a call from agency apparently in California about a job offer, and it was so weird. Like, you can tell these people are not even professional when they call. And I think I still have saved that voicemail. But anyway, so let's see. So this is my explanation of the Bhadakash and all that, and how it actually implies in my chart very well. And thanks to all the society and all my friends and cousins and neighbors and everybody, it's because of you that I actually came to know about the murder weapon that was used on me. And of course now all the stalking and everything that was so upfront back in 2001 is all now coming to light, you know. So since Venus Saturn Dasha was operating between 1999 and 2003, so every chart has like the main dashas, and that was my main Mahadasha, and the Saturn was the Antardasha that I was going through. And I started to have like weird symptoms, like involuntary muscle movements and trembling of feet, and all this while I was standing in the school. And it was back in 11th-12th standard, and I used to feel lightness in my body and always felt I will fall. Suddenly, out of nowhere, my palms used to sweat and become cold. Because I hail from doctor family, we obviously thought it was psychological and nervous problem. I do remember that during summer vacation, I used to visit temples and ask God to give me some strength. And yet again, in 2 months, I was okay. And yet again, all these things started. And yeah, I go to college, and out of nowhere, like I said, I got chicken pox. And I believe this has to do with the using the tantric, you know, the black magicians. Because I'm sure this man could not take it, you know, the way I was. I started ignoring him, and maybe this kind of worked, and all these conjunctions were working somehow in his chart and giving that kind of volcanic explosion. And you know, you just want to get that person. I mean, think about it. Right now he got like everybody just to get me, you know. Even like he didn't leave Bollywood, and every single time anything, you know, you just open the TV, and especially the scripted ones, anything that is scripted every week, I found synchronizations with whatever I do at home. So it's like, you know, they are just synchronizing and intimidating you more. So I don't think so. These people are getting possessed by devils or being really mind controlled, because I've seen so many street theaters right here, and literally people like smiling and they just enjoying the acts. That these are not possessions or mind control things. They were told to do this, and most likely they were paid for all this. And you just wonder how he's getting money for all this. Well, I'm going to talk about that later. So, these are my solid symptoms that started back in 2007 to 2010. And I was in college in 2007, and my co-worker said something suddenly while I was concentrating in my lab work, or when something fell on ground and loud noise came My reaction, very fearful, heart beating fast, and the way I used to shout was not normal or unlike me. Like, just imagine something just fell on ground, and I'm just working, in a lab, and the way I used to shout, scream, sometimes just get up with a jerk, and my heart used to start beating so fast. It was weird. Like, I mean, who would get that much scared over something that would just fall on the ground? I don't know. It's just very bizarre symptoms that I started to have. Many a times he used to question, why are you so fearful? And I said, I don't know. Then in 2009, I believe I had these symptoms, and this was 100% attack of black magic on me. So first I was all alone in the house during afternoon, and in my sleep I saw many skulls being bombarded at me, and it's like a wormhole of skulls, and I'm being absorbed in it. Okay, this particular line is so important because that is the evidence right there that I was somebody did black magic on me, because you don't start to see skulls just out of nowhere. It was very, very bizarre. And there is there's an episode on Fear Files, and you just type in black magic, and you'll see like that some of these, they are true stories. They are based on true events. So anyways, these things are true, and actually I've been through it, so I know that how painful it was. Like, I was totally possessed. I was but the symptoms kicked in slowly and steadily. It wasn't like sudden thing. And in my sleep, so okay, I saw all this, and I got extremely scared and woke up with heart beating too fast. I was sweating, and I had hot flashes and all. I looked across the room, and I felt someone's presence. I kept looking at air, basically another room, but I felt someone was watching me. Then, to my amazement, the door was open, and I knew that I had shut it before I went to sleep, as I was alone in the house. I checked all rooms and went outside and did not find anything or anyone. Just surprised, I came back and asked my parents if they left the door open, and they said no. Back then, I had no idea what the hell was black magic or such things even existed in this world. So without paying much attention, I continued with my life. But then I started to have nightmares of ghosts. My grandma too, which, well, she passed away long back, and she just came once in my dream, but in the form of ghost, and bizarre dreams related to storms, like, those apocalyptic type, snakes, schoolmates, friends, relatives, even, space, moon, UFOs, especially of watery dreams, it was very bizarre. And all these nightmares, okay, so while I was doing job, I never got good sleep, but now my feet had started to tremble, and I had started biting my teeth at night. At night, I used to have shortness of breath and had to go outdoor just to breathe and feel at ease. Then I had bloating of my stomach as if I was pregnant. Then so much tightness around the belly that I ate little and felt like I was full due to extreme tightness and bloatness. Then extreme pressure on my inner part of my eyeball, as if something or someone was pushing my eyeballs, and with all the bizarre horrific dreams and this eyeballs pressure, I could never get proper sleep, and also lack concentration as I felt sleepy during daytime and disoriented due to a lot of pressure. Also used to get sweating in my palms and feet. becoming cold and something moving in my stomach. I used to keep looking myself in mirror and kept looking at my eyes as they were not mine. I could simply tell these were someone else's eyes. But back then I was not able to explain any of these bizarre experiences. Then I started looking ugly like an old lady, like grandmother. One of the guy whom I met on Shadi.com told me that I look like grandmother. My skin had become quite porous, and with all these symptoms, finally came the clean, bold, evil spirit talking to me. A message sent by the criminal soul: kill me, kill me. I guess twice or thrice it spoke to me only in my right ear, and at that stage I was very vulnerable as my body was not under my control. Like I said, my hands were sweating, feet trembling at night. I was grinding my teeth. Somebody was pushing my eyeballs so hard, and like somebody was pressing from inside. And the fear was so much that I had trouble taking shower alone. I could not even take shower. My body just wasn't under my control. I felt I'll fall down, and God knows, very peculiar fear I'm not able to describe. Also, I had started fearing during train travel. Well, I used to go to work using trains, so I actually stopped driving also back then because of what was going on. I was seated in a train to go to work, and my hands, feet trembling, feeling something is moving in my stomach, tightness, shortness of breath. I could barely breathe. So, coming back to the point, on that day, I was with my family members, relatives, and cousins, and we were some 12 to 16 people. I heard this at night and got so frightened, like, the kill me thing. I heard it at night time and got so frightened, but did not want to wake anybody. So I just went to my father, and he was sleeping. I just sat beside him and just hold his pajama rest of the night, just watching him. That was the only time and day I heard the spirit spoke to me. And after almost 5 years, now I know that it was an attempt of murder by a criminal soul. So if I had not controlled myself that day, there would have been 12 to 16 bodies lying, as I had become very sensitive to sharp objects like knife. So that is the reason when criminal does this BM attack for selfish motive without thinking. And think about it. If Auda Shah in 2005 would have even told me something that, Mansi, this is what is going on, I would have done something about it, or just not let it go this far, Would she like if she's getting monitored, or her own husband or fiance had a boyfriend back then, would have started to send her boys after boys to propose just to test her, or just to set her up, or just started synchronizing her being in menstruation and just trying to burn her alive, and she took some decision over a matter of 25 rupees. Even in college, I had to attend a wedding in a different city in Baroda, and I have never been to Baroda. So there was this girl who was supposed to contact me, and we were to go together to Baroda because she lived in Baroda, and I had to attend my cousin's wedding in Baroda. And apparently my parents were staying in her house, or they were to visit their house, something like that, and I had to actually go visit her house. Well, she never contacted me, and when I went to try to get in touch with her, I walked there, and I was waiting for almost half an hour, 45 minutes, and she never showed up. And for 2 days I left messages with the security guy. She never called back. And then Mrugesh said, I'll come, like immediately he said, I'll come drop you. And when I go there, reach her home, I clearly heard her say that, this is the one whose photo we saw. Like, so I know that my pictures were being circulated without my consent, even back in 2002, 3, 4, whatever.